Going live right now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another painting session. I'm calling this painting session number one. I should have started numbering them like a year ago. So I'm starting fresh right now. This is painting session number one. The reason I'm doing that is because if somebody can refer to the number, you could go back and find the painting easier by the number. Like I said, I should have started doing that a long time ago. And I don't want to go through and rename every video I have. I got over 600 videos in there. Today I'm not gonna use red, yellow, and blue. Let me show you the palette. Red, yellow, and blue, black and white. That's all you need to get going. And a canvas. This acrylic paint, if you're interested in learning how to do landscapes, this is the channel for you. I try and make it, the easiest, explain it the easiest way. And these lives are kind of fun. I have a little time to answer questions on the chat and stuff like that. But let me get started today. I think I'm going to lay it out. Let me lay something out there. That way you see what's going on. So I got to make some brown. Let me show you how to make brown. It's really easy. I won't need much of it, so I'm going to make it right here. Take a little bit of red. Take a little bit of yellow. And of course, you know what you're going to get, orange, right? So if you don't know color theory, that's all right. That's part of the fun about mixing colors. So you can mix every single color from those three. Okay? Every single color. If you wanted green, you mix blue and yellow. Or, I mean, you could get a green by mixing yellow and black. Now, take a little bit of black. This is Mars black, just a little. You can see how much. I'm just putting a little in there. And watch what color I get here. There's my brown. See that? Now, if you want it darker, I almost see a little yellow ochre in there. So I'm going to take a little bit of this, just a little bit, and move it next to my yellow. So I'll have yellow ochre. Now take a little bit more black and add it in there. And we're going to add a little more red because the red will help it turn like a darker brown, like a reddish brown. A little more red. And there is burnt umber right there. All right, let me sketch something up here with my knife. I'm going to do the mountain big today. For some reason, I want a big mountain. I'm going to have it more on the left here. I want like a big peak. Like that. And then I'll have a peak coming off here. And I'll just swooping down here. I think I'm going to have a hill come over here. A hill there. I'll put a little hill coming across here. The reason I'm laying this in is so I know where my sky is. That's the only reason I'm putting this in there. I can paint, you know, without putting this in here. But, I mean, it's okay to put a little sketch in there to get you started. There's nothing wrong with that. And I'm probably thinking down here, we'll put a zip like a river coming from here around this way, maybe. Let's try that. We'll put a river. Coming around. It's coming from behind this hill around. That way I can put maybe some bushes down here with some trees over here and some bushes down here, trees over here. Look at that sketch. Wow. Pretty good already. So I'm going to start with, today I'm going to start with my mountain. Let me put the mountain in. I'm going to use gray. So let me show you how I do the gray. I'll just take a little black here. I usually put the white there first, but I know, since I know how much I want to mix, it's okay to do the black first. I want it dark, not too dark. I've been making the mountain a little lighter, and I've had, it makes the mountain look a little further back, but since this one is close to us anyway, we can still make that look far back. Let's try it. So I'm going to actually lighten that up a little more. We'll use a light gray on the mountain. And I'm going to put a little blue in it. Just grab a little blue and just add it into the gray there. And now I wanted to maybe take on like a purplish color. So you know how to make purple? It's a little red and blue, right? So we're going to add a little red into the gray. There's already blue in there, so it should turn like a purplish gray. And there we go. All right, let me put the mountain in. I'm using water. This is acrylic paint, so you don't need any chemicals. You can use water, okay? And this is just a wet brush, and I'm grabbing some paint here. Really simple. And let's go over the sketch I made here. This first coat layer of paint I'm putting on, it's just really, it doesn't have to be too heavy right now, okay? Just, that's why I'm saying you can use water and just put a thin layer of paint on there. Let's put some color down here. Instead of white, I'm going to make a pinkish color, okay? So I'm going to rinse my brush off. I'm just going to mix the color with my brush because I just want a little pink. So I'll take a little red and take a little white, and we'll get like a pink color. We want more white though. I want it more on the, like the white side. Not so pink just yet, but grab some of that gray on your mountain and bring it down into this valley. Just like that. And then blend that pink up into the mountain area. Very good. That looks pretty cool. It's going to add a little bit of color to the painting. So I'll do the sky next. Since I got some pink here, it's like a pinkish gray almost. Let's put a little bit of that up into the sky here. Maybe like right through the center. Just like that. That's enough. And down here, up here, light blue, and then white. So I'm going to mix some sky color now. So I need a blue. We'll put it down here and near the middle. I can use that blue to make some green in a little bit. We want a light blue. See how light that is? When you put these, when you put the red, yellow, and blue down, it's always good to mix another color with those colors because they're not meant. You just don't want to grab that yellow and put it up here. If you wanted to use yellow, you would grab a little white and mix a little white and yellow together and then put that up there. These colors are meant to be mixed, okay, because they're primary colors. I'm going to put the blue up there now. A light blue. Might get a little purple going on in here. Mix it with that reddish color, that reddish pink. It's looking pretty good. This is going to be a cool sky because I'll put some white clouds through it and it's going to look pretty awesome. Pretty cool. What I do here now, just take some white, titanium white, and bring it down to my mountains. It's mixing with the blue that I already have up there a little bit. The sky, you can put any color you want up here, basically. If you're going to paint, if you end up liking this painting, and I mean, you don't have to do it exactly the way I'm doing it. Just, your red might be lower or higher. You don't have to do it exactly where I'm placing this. That's what's fun about improvising. I'm just showing you how to do it. And you do it your own way. You might want to make another hump on this mountain, you know. Just paint it the way you want to paint it. If you end up liking this style. I do a lot of different styles of painting. This is, if you check out the ones from the last 2 days, I started the paintings in a different way, so. It's just fun to mix it up every once in a while. Let me make sure everything's in focus. Wow, that's looking pretty good. I really like that pink up there now. It looks like a cloud hanging out up there, doesn't it? I'm going to show you this painting. I think I'm going to focus on the clouds today once I get to them. I came up with this cool way to make clouds, and I've been using it the last week. So, and it's so easy. Anybody can do these clouds. They're like, I'll show you when I get to it. I use a fan brush. Man, it's a really cool way to make clouds. All right, so now I'm gonna have water here. Let me put the water in. I'm gonna mix a little blue in that gray that I made. I'll try and show you every step so you can see it. So here, I got the blue from the sky. I'll take a little bit with gray, and I'm going to make the water kind of a grayish blue. Okay. And just put the color down. It doesn't have to be perfect right now because I'm going to run some ground up next to it. I laid the river out so I know where it's at. So that's why I'm able to put this color in right now. And let's just we'll throw a little pink in it because the painting's going to take on this red color. So I'll put a little color in there. And I'm going to lighten up the back of the river here just a bit. It's too dark. There we go. All right, that's going to be the river. This hill here, I'm going to make it, I'm going to make this grass here. Probably grass here and maybe a little grass down here. And this will be, I like to use yellow ochre and brown here. So see, remember I grabbed that yellow ochre from when I was making the brown. I'll brighten it up just a little with yellow, and we're going to make a hill here. With yellow ochre, and I'll mix a little bit of brown in it just to darken it up a bit. We're just throwing color down right now. Just throwing it down. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just getting it all. This is the first layer of paint, so I usually just get the idea in here first. Just like this, and I mix colors. I like to have more than one tone in here. I just don't want this to look yellow. You know, I want it to have yellow, browns. You can take a little white, just a little bit of white, and lighten up some parts of it, like this. Maybe it'll look like a hill right there now, see? This, I'm going to make some green. So I got some blue here already. Light blue, and then we'll take some of this yellow. And let's see what kind of green we get here. Look at that green. Wow. I think that's, I think I kind of want that for, I put my finger in the red. All right, that's a good green. And then I'll darken it up down here. I basically made a light green, okay? Because it was light blue and yellow. But look at this green. Doesn't that look cool? And just bring it right down to the river. Don't worry about getting it in the water right now. Just fill this in. We're going to fill this all in with green here. And I want a little bit of green down here. Maybe like hills here. I'm going to leave a little space in between so I can add some dark green there to make it look like hills. Now let's make this green here a little darker. So just grab a little blue and add it into this green. And we're going to make this green just a touch darker. And that's how you darken up your green. There's so many different tones of green. It's unbelievable. Look at that green now. And then just take your brush and blend the two colors. And you'll get rid of the hard line there. And it looks like it transitions from light to dark. See that? Really simple. Acrylic paint, you got to work fast on this layer because it's going to dry. This is already dry, so so I'm going to lightly blend all these because it's still a little wet. It'll blend together. There we go. Look at that. Let me put this palette down. My hand's getting tired already. Wow. I did that with 3 colors so far. Well, black and white as well. I'm just trying to show you that. You see that little hill I made there now with the white? You can kind of see, well, we can make that a hill there. And then have a higher hill up here. This is looking pretty good. You know what I'm going to do right now is edge the water. Because I always forget to do that. So I'm going to grab a smaller brush. And I'm going to use the brown I made. This is just a smaller filbert brush. It's an acrylic brush. Let's add a little black to the brown here. And I want to make it a little darker so the edge of the water kind of sticks out a bit. And we'll kind of make it jagged looking. Just like that. Nothing special right now, just get the color in there. Perfect. Perfect, because I'm going to run white up on here and bushes, so it's a lot of it's going to get covered. But now at least I got the brown in the water, see? You can actually pull it out a little if you want, if you don't like that look. Just take your brush and pull the color down a little more. Just like that. All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the mountain. I'm going to put the snow up there so I can get the valley done. And then I'll run my river from back here and tie it in with this over here. Let me see how this is looking. It's looking pretty good. I'll do the mountain first and then I'll do the clouds, okay? Because I think I put this as a cloud, more about clouds, but let me get the mountain done too. Just going to use titanium white. This is just a simple mountain here. Let's see, I'm hoping I can make it look decent. I'll probably run this one in front of that one and push that big one back a little. So I'm just going to line the side with snow. Just take your knife and pull the snow down like this. And I'm going to run this one in front of that. So just come down with your white like this. I'm really putting a lot of snow up there. I'm going to make this one turn a little more. Pretty cool. Let's pull this one even farther. What I like to do is extend the mountain out like this. I wanted these to be bigger, big mountains. There we go. That looks good. Wow. Now you see right here, it's almost going to look like a shelf right here. Let me grab my small brush and I'm going to grab a light gray. Like a bluish. I don't know if I should do this right now because it's kind of early, but you could make, you could turn this into like a cliff here. See what I mean? It gives it some dimension. Let me mix some blue and put the shady side up now. I just make a little bit of blue like this and a little bit of white, quite a bit of white. Just want a light blue. And then we're going to add just a touch of gray in it to dull it down. It's almost getting some green in there, but that's all right. That looks kind of cool. It's like a greenish blue now, but I think that'll look good up on the mountain. Yeah, it's like a greenish blue. I think I'm gonna like it. I've never put like a green tone in my mountain before. What I'm going to do is I'll cover this this cliff I made here with a little bit of this green color. I think it'll look cool. Yeah, I like that. For this shady side of the mountain, you can use any color you want. You could use like a pinkish white color because we got pink up there. But I decided to use this bluish green. You put the shade under wherever you have white. You put a little bit of this shade color, okay? I'm kind of going fast. I have other videos on my channel that explains how to do a mountain, but I'm trying to get to the clouds right now. And you can pick little places out here and add color wherever you see like spots that are open where there's no paint, and just add the shade color in there. Okay. Wow, that looks pretty good. This is where I soften the mountain now. This is a wet brush. I'm just going to soften the bottom. Pull some of that color down, just the shade color. Pull it down and then lightly blend it. Just a soft blend. Wow. That's the first time I used like a greenish blue up there. I kind of like it. I'm going to soften this up a bit. Wow. I'm going to let it dry a little bit and hit it again with some white, because I see the white is kind of soaking into the gray underneath. But I'll let it dry for a bit. Let's do the clouds now. This is the fun part. So I'm probably going to have some bushes here with I'm going to have a big tree going up here from down here, and I'll have a few trees, maybe one tree going up right on the edge of this mountain here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to run a cloud from here to the side over here first. This is a number 2 fan brush, okay? It's an oil brush. Now what I do is I'll just touch the canvas with it, and this is like pretend this is the top part of the cloud, okay? This is the top part. Get some more paint. We'll make the cloud a little bigger here. Now with the brush, pull just the bottom part of the cloud out into the sky, just the bottom part. Okay, and there you go. That's an easy way to make clouds. Look how cool that looks. You can make these bigger by just pulling more paint at the bottom. Okay. Let's put one same wave right underneath it here. Actually, I'm going to put I'll make one like a big cloud right here on its own. just like that. Now from here, I'm going to run a cloud through the pink. You just run the top of your cloud first like that, and then pull the bottom to the left. Okay. Try and leave some of the color underneath, so then it looks like a shadow, see? So you can still see some of the pink underneath there. Really easy way to do a cloud. Now this white, it's not the best white, so it's probably gonna soak in a little. So when it dries, you just come back and hit the top with more color to brighten it up, okay? If it soaks in. If it doesn't soak in, then you can just leave it. Wow. I love doing the skies now because this technique is so easy, and they really come out looking pretty good, the clouds. And I'm trying to be loose. When you do a cloud, just kind of see the hard line here on this pink. I'm going to try and cover that hard line. So what I'll do is I'll run across it with a cloud, and then just pull the bottom. And basically what I just did, I covered that hard line where I didn't blend it good. And then I end up with a big cloud up there. So it's a good way to cover these hard lines as well. So I'm going to bring this all the way over to here. Man, that looks pretty cool. Even with that really bright red sky, I kind of like that in there, really. It looks pretty cool. We'll let that dry, and then if I need to come back and brighten up some of the tops, I'll do it. Wow. I kind of like this greenish color here. I think I'm going to use it, a little bit of it in the water here. Let's see what it looks like. Who do we got in here? That's so pretty. Thank you. Have you been to Seattle before? You know where I live? Yeah, Seattle's like awesome place, man. This is some of that green that I used on the mountains. I'm gonna change the watercolor just a bit, so we get some of that green down here. There we go. That's kind of cool. That looks pretty cool. Let me add a little white in there on the water just so you can see what it's going to end up looking like. I always edge my water like the bottom of the shore, like this. And then it kind of looks like the water's running down. I just thought I'd put it in there so you can see what it's going to kind of look like near the end. I usually do this at the end, and especially back here where it's coming down, you want this really light back here. Look at that. It also makes the water look like, you know how it, like this is just laying on top of the water. So it makes the water look flat. You know what I mean? It gives it some dimension. Look at that. Look at the valley. I don't know if you've been in here from the beginning. Remember I put that pink down here? Doesn't that look cool? I just noticed that the valley is so bright like the sky. Like maybe the sky is reflecting down there. We got a little bit of this pink down here reflecting in the water. You see that? We got the crazy world spinning there. All right, now I'm gonna start putting some trees in, okay? The big evergreen trees. Somebody knows where I live, and there's like in Seattle, there's evergreen trees everywhere, okay? Everywhere you turn, there's a big evergreen tree. So I'm gonna fill this up with trees going up into the sky, okay? It's gonna be cool. But let me show you how I do my water back here now. I'm going to run a river from back here and tie it in with this. It only takes a second. It only takes a second. So I'm going to run it from back here. And then bring it down here. And then tie it in to the river there. And then I'm going to bring it even up a little higher here. Doesn't that look cool? It's coming from way back here. Really simple to do. Linnea, are you from Washington? I'm trying to think. I think I want to line the top of the mountain with a color. I'm not sure yet, but let me get the trees in here now. So I got to make a dark green. So I got to make some more green. So I'm gonna grab some blue. If you remember, I started off with just these three colors. So I'm making every color. Let's make a dark green for the evergreen trees. I want to make enough of it so I don't run out. Now when you want to make a color darker, just take a little black, just a little. You don't need much, and then just darken it up. Ugh, got an itch in my nose. It's got to be darker than that though. It's almost got to look black. It's got to be a dark green. There we go. All right, now I think it's dark enough. All right, I'm gonna make some trees now. I'm gonna put some trees on this hill first here. Coming down to the water here. I think I'm gonna, when I highlight that, I'm gonna make them like a reddish color so they look like maple leaf trees. Have you ever seen a maple leaf tree? They're kind of red. We'll put some bushes down at the bottom of this river here. Some kind of bushes there. I'll highlight those. Let's do the big tree up here now. Put a few bushes here. And then I'll run some trees up into the sky here. Pretty tall. I want them to be up in the clouds there. Wow. Look at that. That's awesome. I used a darker, I made it a little darker. Doesn't that look cool? You can widen out your trees too once you bring it down. Just make your branches longer if you want. I'm going to put a small one behind it here. And I think I'm going to fill in this one area here. That's going to kind of be behind this big one as well. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So my big tree is going to be down here. I'm going to put a big tree right over that mountain, I guess. Yeah, right over the mountain. That'll be all right. If you guys got any questions, feel free to ask them. I'm going to put it right on the edge, though, here. I don't want to cover too much of that mountain, but if you keep your tree skinny, it won't cover the mountain. Watch, I'll show you what I mean. If you keep it really skinny on top here, see, it doesn't cover much of the mountain. You can still see it. Right on the edge there. Wow. This is looking pretty good. You know why I keep saying that is because I mixed my own colors. I only used 3 colors. There's the colors I used. That blue, yellow, and red. I mean, I've mixed every color with those 3 colors, so it's pretty cool. Watch when I highlight these, they're going to look good. I'm going to do a light green on them. Wow. This is looking really good. So now I can put some bushes down here on my water. Bunch of bushes there. Going back. Wow. I really like this one. I'm going to have to give myself a like there. I got a thumbs up from myself. There we go. Wow. I got one like. If you guys like it, like it. If not, don't. This is looking pretty good. I like how the river's coming from way back there. I like the brown hill too. Oh, thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Watch, I'm going to highlight these trees now for you. You just use a light green. Let me show you. I think anybody can do this type of painting, so let's mix a light green. So you know how to make green, right? You just take a little blue. I'm running out of space here. A little yellow. We'll make a light green. And now we're going to make it lighter by putting white in there, which is okay. It's okay to use white occasionally. We'll add a little white to it, and it'll really lighten it up. It'll be perfect for highlighting. It'll make that tree stand out. There we go. Light green. You got to make sure your brush is rinsed off now. Start with a nice clean brush, okay? And then just touch the paint with the brush. You don't want too much on there, okay? I'm going to do this big one first because I want it to be in the front. And I'm going to come down and barely touch the right side of it so it looks like small branches. Just like that. These are going to be bushes, so I'm not going to go all the way down with it. This one is behind it, so I only got to come down that far. There we go. See how those stand out now? Let's do this small one first here. The reason why I'm just touching it, because if you brush it on there, it'll smear it, and it won't it won't set on top of the paint. I want it to set on top of it. See how I left a lot of the dark in there for the shadow underneath the branches? You don't have to. I mean, you can fill it in more than that if you want, but that's just the way I do it. I leave this backside like dark, so it looks like there's a shadow back there. Let's take a look at this now. Wow. It's looking good. Let me give you a different angle, maybe. How's that look? That looks pretty good. Wow. I'm really liking this one. It's time to make these bushes all different colors now, okay? If you guys haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe. I'd love to have you come aboard. Put a few birds up there. Wow. They're coming in for dinner. They want to catch some fish down there. All right, I'm going to highlight these bushes here in front first. I think I'm going to put a little more white in that green that I used for the trees. And really like brighten this up down here. So I'm going to have a bush like right here in the front. And let's put this bush here. I'm going to use a bunch of different colors, so do 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 do. Try like a yellow ochre here. Oh, I'm going to make some orange. A little orange here. Wow. That really brightened it up. I'm going to put a little orange out here on this. That was Lisa calling. That I have a show tonight, so she's probably wondering if I'm ready for the show. All right, guys. I think I'm done. That's about all I want to do because I got to get ready for a show tonight. It's been an hour and 8 minutes, but look at that. Doesn't that look cool? I still want to do a little more. I got to put some branches in there and stuff, but it's about 95% done. Let me put the dance lights on. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, I'd love to have you come aboard. We have I do a live pretty much every afternoon, every evening. We pretty much have fun more in the evening time, but look at that. I like how the sky is on fire there. It's like that pinkish red. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. Welcome to the channel. If you're new, look at that mountain. And have a good weekend. Thanks.